Have Torey in the studio. Great to see you.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great to see you, and I feel like I was telling you earlier during the break, I feel like I'm part of the family now after watching Epics and seeing your dog Fenway, who's the star of the neighborhood and was the star of the show, Road to the Winter Classic. So it's cool to get to see you here in person.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. She's obviously at home watching right now.
The bulldog?
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys were going for Christmas gifts? And it was like to the dogs. You guys were very particular about the dog food, right? It's like organic, gluten-free. It's serious stuff.
Bulldogs have a lot of allergies, so you got to be careful what you're giving them. But Kretch and I had a lot of fun that day, and we were able to give our dogs some treats.
You're a good dog owner.
That's right.
You're not just laying around not doing it. You're doing the job, so that's good. How was it with having those cameras all around for you? I mean, everybody has a little bit of a different feel for it. It was a good month of it. How'd you respond to it? How'd you like it?
I liked it. It was fun. I thought, growing up watching the show always, the 24/7, it was just great to see, what NHL players are like and what they do away from the rink and everything like that. So, the guys in our locker room really responded well to it. Everything was natural, normal, and we got used to it pretty quickly.
And you have the guys with behind the B as well around, so I guess that you must have had some idea of what it entailed.
Yeah, we were used to it. I mean, the guys always in your face and, asking questions and just acting normal. I think that was a big part of it. And we obviously have a great group of guys in the locker room that did that, and hopefully the fans like what they saw.
Well, last night the cameras were rolling for the game, and we got to see inside the dressing room there, Zdeno Chara, Patrice Bergeron. These are two of the great leaders in the game. And man, they are intense. I know the game wasn't going the way you wanted it to, obviously, but you see that look in Big Z's eyes. I was getting fired up. I was frightened. I'm watching in my living room. So what is that like? You're in the room. Like, how intense are those guys?
Yeah, they're intense. And like you said, they're two of the best leaders in the game right now, and it's easy to respond to those guys. When those guys are doing what they do night in and night out, they're the leaders of our team. And, when they're acting the way that they are, then, on the ice and off the ice, it's easy to respond to that.
All right, I don't want to dwell on it, but the game didn't go as you'd hoped. I mean, the event was fabulous. The fans were unbelievable, and the game just got away from you guys. Really, what do you think happened on that particular afternoon in Foxborough?
It was an awesome event. Perfect weather. It was a great day for all of our families to get a taste of it. Things just didn't go our way. I don't think we were ready to play, but we've moved on to that. We've played on a big stage now, and hopefully it helps our group moving forward. When we make it to the playoffs and move on from there.
I know you guys don't want to make any excuses, but do you think the families, ticket requests, everything, if you look, the home teams do not have good records in these outdoor games. So would you say that's part of it? There are some distractions that go with this game. Maybe that's a reason?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we don't make any excuses over there. It is a big event. It's on a stage where a lot of people are want to be a part of it, and your families and everything want to go to the game and get tickets and see behind the scenes things. And for us, we're not making any excuses. We just weren't ready to play, and they were the better team that night.
What's it like playing out in front of 70,000 people or so? The weather, you're right, the weather was good. I was right on the bench doing some interviews before the game and watching you guys warm up, and everybody was like playing with those. Everybody was juiced. So what's it like being out there with all those people?
It's awesome. I mean, when you're on the ice, you don't really think about it too much. It's, it's a game of hockey. It comes naturally. But I think the sound of the stadium is really what sets it different. And compared to an NHL arena, it's almost like a slow roar. When something exciting happens, it almost takes a second for the fans to realize what happened. So it's definitely different, but it was a lot of fun.
Did you like the flyover? I was standing on the ice, and when that plane, it was one of these big cargo planes, came over and it started to tip a little bit, I'm like, this isn't good.
You couldn't really hear it either. It was,
it just kind of snuck up on you.
Yeah, it was amazing. That was a highlight of it for us.
Yeah.
Well, get us caught up on your season. How do you think you performed to this point in the National Hockey League season?
We've been doing well. I think as a group we're growing, and at some point here we can't use that as an excuse for the games that we've lost here recently. So we're going to continue to grow and try to come away with points and make sure we're in the playoff picture, because when we have the group of guys that we have, we just got to get in and hopefully make some magic happen.
I'll tell you one thing that's been working all year is your power play. I love watching it. The passing, the puck movement has been great. How is it different this year than it's been over the last couple of years? What kind of adjustments? It looks like that David Krejci's out right now with injury, but he's been maybe shooting the puck a little bit more. Louis Eriksson's been really good in front of the net. You do what you do. Bergeron is in that bumper area there. Boy, that's been impressive.
Yeah, we have a really good group that's clicking well right now, and obviously the chemistry is a big part of it. But we're able to to beat penalty kills in numerous different ways. So whether it's down low plays or moving up top and quick puck movement, it
That's
moves a lot.
The key, right?
Yeah, it moves a lot faster than when guys are holding on to it and skating around. So I think it's just been a key to keep things simple, and pucks have been going in. You need a lot of lucky bounces, to be honest, on a power play.
I was just covering the World Juniors, and half the defensemen for Team USA, undersized defensemen about your size, and now we're starting to see that a little bit more. We covered the draft too, and a lot of times we hear these up-and-coming kids, and they say, I try to emulate Torey Krug. What do you think when you hear something like that?
Honestly, it's crazy to hear that.
You're not an old guy.
No, not at all. And I love to hear that, and I love seeing smaller defensemen, on big stages like that. I didn't have many opportunities as a player growing up because simply I wasn't good enough and wasn't given many chances for that. But it's awesome watching these players and try to see the game evolve a bit, and it's kind of moving in that direction.
You're a guy that you played at Michigan State, you weren't drafted, and you had an opportunity to kind of choose where you wanted to go. We talked about it before we came on here. That ends up being a pretty good thing for you because you can pick and choose where the good opportunity might be. Instead of you get drafted by somebody, sometimes there's no opportunity, you get stuck in the minors.
To be honest, I was destroyed when I didn't get drafted. I thought there was a chance, and numerous teams talked to me about picking me in the draft, and when it didn't happen, emotionally I was a wreck. But then I realized about a year later that it was a blessing in disguise. I was able to pick where I went, and I found a great home in Boston, and I'd love to stay here for as long as I could.
A Michigan State Spartan, Torey Krug. I heard you're working to complete your degree. Is that right? Some classes online? What are you studying?
I'm a current student, so I'm a political science major and still working towards that degree. I made a promise to my parents, specifically my mom, that I would finish it out, and still working towards it.
How was college hockey for you? What was that experience like? Because I always ask young guys, because some guys they go play junior hockey and that's great for them, and some guys play college hockey, it's great for them. It doesn't work for everybody. How was your experience at Michigan State?
It was an unbelievable experience. I mean, that's the reason I'm here today. There's a different route for everyone.
That's what I always say.
It's true too. I mean, for me, it was the perfect situation. I was able to go in and play big minutes as a young guy, and I was able to get those extra years to develop and mature, as a player and also off the ice. And you grow up a lot in college. I think that was a big part of it, and it helped me a lot.
Well, thanks for stopping by. Did you get the whole tour of the facility here? You got to be a Detroit Tigers fan, right?
Yeah, Tigers fan.
Yeah.
Starting to like those Red Sox a little bit more, and it's a great facility. Appreciate you.
Who's probably the worst baseball player on the Bruins, if you had to guess?
Oh man, it's got to be one of the Europeans. Yeah, we took some swings at Fenway earlier this season. We did a scavenger hunt and took some swings there, and I was in a group with, I think Kretsch stuck out to me as one of, he's a great golfer too, so I was kind of upset that his baseball swing wasn't that smooth.
Yeah, well, he didn't grow up with it. That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
The kids here in North America grew up with it more than the kids in Europe. But David Krejci, I bet you, if he took a little time to work on it, he's got that good eye-hand coordination. It'd be pretty good.
Charles got the big strike zone.